With sectionals right around the corner, do the Grizzly Cubs have what it takes to capture a sectional title?
The IHSAA State Swimming Finals took place last weekend. Results, news, and more coming up.
And what's next for Franklin football? Stick around to find out.
FCTV Sports starts right now.
Good afternoon, FCHS, and welcome to FCTV Sports. I'm your host, Zach Agard, alongside with my colleague, TJ Offeld.
A lot of action was on display last weekend, one in which included the boys' basketball team.
The Grizzly Cubs closed out the regular season Friday night with things going exactly as planned. They clawed their way to victory against the Jennings County Panthers with a final score of 64-55. Leading the way for the Cubs was freshman forward Drew Byerly, who finished the game with a team-high 22 points, as well as solid contribution from seniors Hunter Gross and Jacob Rocky, who totaled a combined 24 points for the Cubs. The Grizzly Cubs finished the regular season with a 14-8 record and a first-round bye in the sectional tournament. Now, TJ, the Grizzly Cubs secured themselves a spot in the semifinals round of the sectional tournament with the luck of the draw when the brackets were released. Now, do you think they have what it takes to win these next two games?
Yes, I do, Zach, and here's why. I know the Cubs have not faced Franklin Central yet, but they have held their own versus sectional opponents all season long. 4 out of the 5 teams in their sectional are either county or conference opponents. With that being said, the Cubs have secured victories over 3 of those 4 teams that they have faced, which is good preparation as sectionals rolls around.
You're exactly correct, TJ. By judging how they played against the rest of the sectional, this should be a positive outcome for them. Sectionals are held at Franklin Central, so the Flashes do have the home court advantage in this matchup, but Grizzly Cubs fans should not panic. The Cubs are 7-4 on the road this season with key road victories over opponents Greenwood, Mooresville, Whiteland, and Roncalli. A victory over Franklin Central would just add to that already impressive resume of theirs.
The Grizzly Cubs are back in action this Friday at Franklin Central. Tip-off is at 7:30, and the theme is Jorts and Jersey. Come out and support your Grizzly Cubs.
The 80th annual Swimming and Diving State Finals took place last weekend at the IU Natatorium in Indianapolis. The Grizzly Cubs left the state finals with their heads held high as they secured themselves a top 10 finish to their already very impressive season. Event 1 started off on a high note as Griffin Edwards, Michael Quay, Maxwell Kramer, and Jacob Destramp captured an 8th place finish in the 200-yard medley relay with a time of 1 minute and 34 seconds.
Following the relay performance, Destramp represented the Grizzly Cubs in the 200-yard freestyle, which marked the second event of the day. Destramp finished second in the event with a time of 1 minute 37 seconds.
The 5th event of the day featured some of the most elite divers in the state. Competing in the event for the Grizzly Cubs was sophomore Gage Creech. Creech proved that sophomore slumps do not exist, at least for Grizzly Cubs, as he finished 9th overall with a score of 406.35. Creech became the first Franklin diver to finish in the top 16 at the boys' state finals since Josh Blackwell finished 6th in 2006.
Destramp was back at it again for the 8th event of the day, but this time in the 500-yard freestyle. The sophomore finished 3rd in the event with a time of 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
To close out the evening, the Grizzly Cubs competed in the 12th and final event, the 400-yard freestyle relay. Jacob Destramp, Aaron Lamb, Maxwell Kramer, and Griffin Edwards finished 5th in the event with a time of 3 minutes and 8 seconds. And what was a very impressive outing for the Grizzly Cubs ended with a 10th place finish in the state tournament, as well as another great accomplishment to add to Coach Zach DeWitt's already impressive resume. Good job, fellas.
Now what's next for Franklin football?
I don't know, but Chris Cole sure does, as the FCTV sports staff sat down with him in our first all-access interview of the new year. Take a look.
My name is Chris Call. I come to you from Tri-West High School in Livingston, Indiana. I spent the last 26 years there. I'm a graduate of Tri-West, also a graduate of Franklin College in 1990. Goals this year, really, I break them into two parts at this point. Right now, it's more, we're in the off season. We're not coaching football per se. So right now, we're really trying to establish the culture. We want to bring some things that we've learned from the past and things that we've done up there at Tri-West. So we're trying to bring that here. I hope they see a group of guys that, and experience a group of guys that give to each other, give to their community, serve the school in a real positive light. I think you're going to see an offense that is multidimensional. We like to do present some different looks and multi-formational, but we're a gun, pistol type of offense with the zone read concepts being the heart of it, and we like to throw it around a little bit, play some pitch and catch. So offensively, I think you're going to see some different things, fun, exciting, and physical offense. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we'll be a 4-3 based defense that's able to adapt and adjust to different opponents' offensive formations, and we're going to play fast and play physical and get 11 people to the ball. So hopefully we'll present a very energetic, very passionate showing on the field. Guys that love to play the game, and we're going to get after it on both sides of the ball and be very aggressive on both sides of the ball.
He is very well spoken. I think Chris Call honestly has what it takes to bring the Grizzly Cubs back to a winning football season.
Well, that'll do it here today. From all the staff here at FCTV Sports, we thank you guys for watching.
Stick around next week as we'll have some more highlights, news, and much, much more. This has been Zach,
TJ,
signing off.
Catch you on the flip side.